I'm explaining a film from 2023 titled Kandahar. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy the content. The movie starts in Qom, Iran. CIA agents Tom and Oliver pose as technicians to infiltrate an underground nuclear reactor. Using a football match video, they gain trust, complete their mission despite suspicion, and gather vital footage of secret bomb development. Oliver worries about the Iranian forces discovering the truth on his way to a safe house, but they successfully reach their destination. The CIA then triggers an explosion, destroying the entire reactor plant. From their safe house, Tom and Oliver witness the aftermath, confirming the success of their mission. Everyone at the CIA is elated. The Iranian leader takes a helicopter ride to the explosion scene. Committed to his CIA job, Tom gives his wife Corey a call to let her know why his flight is delayed. She is upset because he has CIA duties that prevent him from attending his daughter's graduation. Her family life has been stressed by his duties, so she puts pressure on him to file divorce papers. Tom bids Oliver farewell the following day and leaves for the airport. He expects to hear from Roman, his handler, soon. Concurrently, with the help of her co-worker James, an Iranian journalist by the name of Luna Kajai obtains important information that points to the CIA's role in the Qom bombing. She tapes herself outlining the details, which she then gives to Senior Hans Forsberg, who is pleased of her work. Regretfully, Army Colonel Asadi and other Iranian officials are alerted about Luna's acts. To get information about the explosion, they abduct her and threaten her, even making reference to her daughter. Luna divulges information on the CIA's operation, revealing the agents who were operating undercover. Now that the Qom mission has been completed successfully, Tom is relieved and eager to get home. Even his daughter receives some presents from him. His hopeful mood is dashed, though, when he gets a text from Roman inviting him to stay at his apartment and giving him a new task that sounds similar to the one in Qom, this time in Afghanistan. He is hesitant at first and would want to spend more time with his family. Roman, however, convinces him otherwise by promising a sizable quantity of money to help with his daughter's admittance to a medical school. Tom fills Roman in on the specifics of his impending assignment in the Afghan city of Herat. He asks for an Afghan translator because he needs one for the task. Mohammed Mo Daoud, who had just returned to Afghanistan from the US with Roman's help, is introduced to him by Roman. At a distant location, Tom meets Mo and briefs him on the details of the assignment. Mo spends the night grieving and going to his son's cemetery. Images of the nuclear strike, which were leaked from the Pentagon, were shown on Iranian national television by the media, implying that the attack was carried out by the US and its allies. Asadi makes an attempt, but is unable to discover the true names of the undercover agents. Equipped with this knowledge, he proceeds to remove Oliver initially before focusing on Tom Harris, his next target. Tom and Mo's circumstances in Afghanistan are reported to the CIA by Roman. Along with Afghans and Iranians, this hazardous region is home to Pakistanis, Indians, Taliban fighters, Al-Qaeda members, and even Chinese spies. Roman had agreed to assist Mo in return for Tom using him as a translator. But when Tom is hiding in Herat, he gets a call from Roman, stating that the Iranian government has already assassinated Oliver since his name and face have been made public. Following this startling discovery, the operation in Afghanistan is cancelled, and Tom's survival becomes his first priority. Initially believing that his sole responsibility was to interpret for Tom, Mo finds himself entangled in Tom's dangerous situation and forced to flee for his life with him. As Tom and Mo face increasing danger, the CIA is unable to rescue them from their current location due to unforeseen events. They are given a strict deadline of 30 hours to reach Kandahar, coinciding with the departure of a covert British SAS mission from the country. The plan is for the British to secure a spot for Tom and Mo on their aircraft, but the duo must find their way to Kandahar independently. This situation is perilous, as not only is Iranian Colonel Asadi's force pursuing Tom for arrest, but now the Pakistani ISI and various Taliban groups are also determined to capture him for their own purposes. The media has reported that the CIA was involved in the Qom attack, and the ISI is attempting to capture Tom before the Iranians so that he may be sold to the highest bidder on the black market. The ISI chief responds by calling upon Kahil Nasir, one of their most powerful operatives, to apprehend Tom. Because of his ties to the Taliban, which he uses to further his objectives, Nasir has influence in the region. Nasir rides out on a motorbike, doing what the ISI chief commands and trying to find Tom. Upon entering a market, Tom and Mo discover an unlocked automobile. After stealing the vehicle, they set out, only to become trapped in traffic. When Iranian officials notice them switching automobiles, they begin to pursue them. Mo claims that the highway is the only way to go to Kandahar. Tom unintentionally hits the car in front of him, which sparks a conflict with the other driver. When Asadi sees Nasir riding the bike, he gives his men orders to apprehend him. Tom and Mo's automobile is approached by Farzad and his guys. Tom drives away from them in an attempt to get away from them, but Farzad and his men pursue them closely and shoot at their vehicle. As they escape Herat, Tom and Mo deftly negotiate the mayhem of explosions, gunfire, and onslaught of attackers. The car's tire suddenly explodes, trapping them in the midst of the desert. As Tom assumes responsibility for security, Mo starts to change the tire and says he doesn't feel good. He then gets his luggage from the car and says he doesn't want to finish the mission. Tom halts him and tells him he's gone to look for his wife's sister. Tom fires at the little child, nevertheless, after spotting him hidden behind some rocks with a rifle. Throwing a remote control aside, the youngster bolts. Mo, bewildered and ignorant of the circumstances, asks Tom to tell the truth. Tom tells the truth, stating that these individuals are after him because he caused the explosion of the nuclear facility in Iran. He informs Mo that they have to cooperate in order to escape because no one is going to come to their aid. He apologizes to Mo for not telling her the truth, gets the remote the boy dropped, and unintentionally sets off an explosion close by. They continue traveling when Mo fixes the tire. In another scene, Nasir deftly dodges the Iranian attackers and proceeds down the route that Tom and Mo originally took. He runs across the youngster Tom addressed earlier and strikes up a discussion with him over Islam and the Quran. The child works for the Taliban, and is entrusted with protecting the region, providing Nasir with information about Tom. 20 miles from their destination, Mo detects an unexplained sound, but Tom dismisses it. Tom sees a helicopter hovering over their automobile as he rolls down his window. They find themselves in the dark of night, confronting Asadi's incoming chopper on the abandoned island in Afghanistan. Unexpectedly, Tom manages to bring down the entire aircraft by himself, killing Asadi and everyone else within. Mo, who is taking refuge in a nearby cave, discloses that he was raised in Afghanistan but has lived in Baltimore for a considerable amount of time. His only reason for going back to Afghanistan was to track down Fatima, his wife's sister, who vanished when she became a teacher. In addition, he still suffers greatly from the death of his son in Afghanistan, where he was sadly murdered by Ismail, a warlord from Tajikistan. Tom was so grateful that he sent his regards to Mo and all the translators he had previously dealt with. He recognizes the anguish and suffering that these altruistic people went through despite the CIA's lack of acknowledgement. Mo never stops motivating Tom in spite of their worries and difficulties, stressing the value of going back home so that Tom may give his daughter his full hug before it's too late and Mo can rejoin his family. Tom reassures Mo that they would return to Afghanistan to look for his daughter once they reach safety, as he expresses his anguish at not being able to find Fatima. Tom introduces Mo to the Tajik warlord Ismail the following morning, and he seems eager to assist them in making their way to Kandahar. Tom doesn't know that Mo's older kid passed away because of Ismail. When Mo finds out the truth about Ismail's role in his son's murder, he feels betrayed at first, but he forgives Tom since he knows he was unaware of the tragedy and is just worried about their safety. But Ismail proves to be an untrustworthy buddy of Tom's. Ismail lets the Taliban know where they are shortly after they leave. The Taliban ambush them while they are traveling, seizing them and imprisoning them in their base. The CIA is unable to get in touch with Roman and loses all communication with Tom. Roman has voluntarily cut off contact with the CIA, concealing the fact that he has joined the Afghan Special Forces. Roman plans an attack on the Taliban stronghold that houses Tom and Mo, disguising it as an ISI raid. Roman stops the gunshots just in time to save Tom and Mo. Nasir shows up in the interim and realizes the attack wasn't planned by the ISI. He makes the decision to pursue Tom and Mo in Roman's vehicle. Roman is shot while trying to have a gunfight with Nasir on their journey. Roman gives his life to save Tom and Mo as he realizes how urgent their escape is. Although Tom and Mo are very heartbroken, they are unable to grieve since Nasir is pursuing them. Nasir and his Taliban supporters encircle Tom from the east and south. Nasir and Tom engage in a face-to-face altercation, but Nasir is shot in the process. Encircled by adversaries, Tom and Mo embrace and bid farewell to one another, accepting their ultimate destiny. But the CIA chiefs take a daring step at this critical moment. To save Tom and Mo, they come up with a plan to blast the Taliban cars by going around official channels. The Taliban warriors are killed by the massive explosion, giving Tom and Mo a renewed chance at survival. Eventually, they arrive in Kandahar, where they are met by British soldiers. Tom can't help but carry the guilt of his losses with him as they hastily board the aircraft. Tom and Mo are haunted by the images of Oliver and Roman, but they realize they have no choice but to go on and go back home. Tom promises Mo that they would go back to Afghanistan in order to locate Fatima. Returning to the United States, Mo is happy to be with his wife and younger son, who are thrilled to see him safe and sound. Tom is glad to arrive in time for his daughter's graduation ceremony. The Iranian authorities released the British journalist Luna, who had been detained, uninjured and with no plans to harm her again. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, do subscribe, like and comment if you'd like to see more videos like this. Hope to see you next time.